The Namibian government has decided to do something to rid the country of a little piece of its colonial past. They have announced that any country that does not have reciprocal visa arrangements with Namibia, their citizens will need a visa to visit Namibia. This means that citizens of countries like the US, the UK, Canada, and their former colonial masters, Germany, will need a visa in order to visit Namibia. The new visa policy is in response to the often lengthy and expensive visa processes imposed on Namibians who want to travel to certain Western countries. For example, Namibians who wish to visit Canada have to go to the embassy in South Africa for a visa interview in addition to the expensive fees. The visa application includes multiple forms, 6 months of bank statements, an invitation letter, plus a detailed travel history. A BBC report noted that in 2022, African countries accounted for 7 of the top 10 countries with the highest visa rejection rates in the bloc of European countries known as the Schengen area. Come April 2025, nationals of Canada, Germany, the US, the UK, and 29 other countries will require a visa for entry into Namibia. The country's immigration ministry told the BBC that Namibia has extended gestures of goodwill and favorable treatment to nationals of various countries. However, despite these efforts, certain nations have not reciprocated. In light of this disparity, the government has deemed it necessary to implement a visa requirement to ensure parity and fairness in diplomatic interactions. Visitors from the affected countries will be able to purchase a 90-day visa on arrival in Namibia, unlike Namibian passport holders who have to apply beforehand and go through a months-long application process. While some in hospitality have expressed concern about how the new visa policy would impact tourism, Namibians and nationals from other African countries have welcomed the move. Once a colony of Germany, Namibia has had a thorny relationship with Western countries who have largely ignored the genocide committed there between 1904 and 1908. German forces are believed to have slaughtered up to 80,000 Herero men, women, and children, and another 10,000 Nama people. After denying the genocide for many decades, Germany begrudgingly apologized and promised to pay the Namibian government 1.1 billion euros over 30 years. However, descendants of the Herero and Nama people said they were sidelined from the discussions and have rejected the deal between the Namibian and German governments. I am a big fan of former colonized countries finally standing up and trying to level the playing field just a little bit. And I really don't believe that implementing a so-called tit-for-tat visa policy is as damaging to a country's economy as the critics say, because I think that by now many people are used to applying for some kind of document when they travel overseas, and many countries that do visas actually, just like Namibia is doing, do visa on arrival, so tourists don't have to go through an exhaustive process that people from global south countries have to go through in order to visit countries like the US, the UK, that does not want to have reciprocal visa arrangements. So I applaud Namibia for this move, and I really think that is something that other former colonized countries really should consider in a bid to try to get themselves out of those colonial vestiges and try to right the ship somewhat. If you've been enjoying my videos, I encourage you to sign up for IMP 2024. The Intercultural Media Project will be held on August 16th, and I'm bringing together journalists from different countries, researchers, and people who are affected by oppressive systems, and looking at how the media chooses to cover these issues. The link is in the description below. I hope to see you there.